bloated when she was eating healthy, trying to fix digestion, energy, immunity, as if they're all separate, when really they're all connected. If you feel bloated, exhausted, and like your body is just off, it can feel like everything is starting to break down. But most of the time, it's not separate problems. It's one pattern showing up in different ways. A woman came up to me after class recently and said something I hear all the time. I don't understand what's going on with my body. And as she started talking, she listed everything. Her digestion had been off. She felt bloated when she was eating healthy. Her energy would crash in the afternoons. And she kept feeling like she was about to get sick. And then she said, it feels like everything is just breaking down all at once. And this might sound familiar because this is something I see over and over and over again, trying to fix digestion, energy, immunity, as if they're all separate, when really they're all connected to one system. When your body feels off in multiple ways at once, it can feel overwhelming, like you have to fix everything at the same time. But usually it's not multiple problems. It's one pattern showing up in different ways. If this feels familiar, if you've been trying to figure out why your body feels off, even when you're doing everything right, I made something to help you understand your pattern. It's a short quiz called Why is Your Gut Always Off? The link is in the show notes. We've been taught to think about the body in parts, right? You go to one doctor for digestion, another doctor for hormones, another doctor for immune issues, another doctor for reproduction. Think about it. We have specialized doctors for everything: GI, ENT, OBGYN, immunology, rheumatology, all of these different types of doctors that specialize in different areas. And they treat their specific area or expertise and don't look at the whole body. And so then they go to the other specialist they were referred to, and that specialist runs the tests, but it really didn't show anything. And so they're referred to another specialist. Does this sound familiar? It can start to feel like you have all of these separate problems to manage, all these different fires to put out. But your body doesn't work that way. It's one system, always communicating, always responding as a whole. And so when your digestion feels off and your energy drops and you're getting run down more easily, that's not three unrelated issues. That's one system experiencing imbalance in different ways. This is Ayurveda. When symptoms crop up, it's because there's an imbalance in the body, creating all of these different ways that the body is communicating to you. We're actually seeing this today in research. A large part of your immune system lives in your gut. The state of your digestion affects inflammation in the body. Inflammation gets pushed into the tissues of the body, and inflammation directly impacts your energy. So these systems are constantly influencing each other. It's explained in Ayurveda as the doshas impacting each other or playing off of each other and doing things in response to what another dosha is doing or what another system in the body is doing. The body acting as a whole, and all of the systems in the body impact each other. This is a bigger Ayurveda concept condensed way down, but you get it, right? Everything in your mind, your body, your emotions is impacting all the other areas in your body. And then when we layer in stress, which affects the nervous system, that impacts digestion, which impacts immunity, which impacts energy, which impacts reproduction and elimination and growth and repair. So you start to see how quickly everything becomes connected by our stress response and our nervous system. So instead of asking, why is everything going wrong? What is wrong with me? What if the question becomes, what is my body trying to tell me through all of this? What is my body trying to communicate? It's a language that we haven't been taught. And it's learning to understand this language, this communication style, and then take action based on what is being said. Because your body isn't breaking down, it's responding, it's adapting, it's trying to manage more than it has capacity for. This is not a discipline problem, it's a capacity problem. Do you have the capacity to handle your life experience, or do you recognize that you don't have the capacity to do it, and therefore you ask, what changes am I going to make? In Ayurveda, this concept isn't new. Digestion, immunity, reproduction, energy were never seen as separate. They're reflections of the same internal state. How well is the body processing what we give it? Food, emotion, experiences. How much of what we give it is it holding on to? How much are we stuffing down? How safe and supported does the body feel? When digestion is strong, the body can process what comes in. And when it's not, things begin to accumulate. And that can show up as heaviness, fatigue, inflammation, getting sick more easily, bloating, gas, heartburn, constipation, loose stools, lethargy, attachment, control, the inability to let go. So again, all of these are different symptoms with the same underlying pattern. Your body rhythm is off. You've gotten out of balance, out of alignment, and how can we begin to bring you back? You might be noticing you're eating well, but you still feel off. You're trying to rest, but you're not feeling restored. You're doing the things that are supposed to help, all of the self-care routines that you've read, seen on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, right? But your body isn't responding the way you expect. And that's where it can feel confusing or even discouraging, really, especially if you're the type of person that is going to various doctors because you have a lot of symptoms that seem like they are taking over your life. But what if nothing is actually wrong with you? What if the issue isn't that you need more supplements, more rules to follow, but that your body needs something more consistent, more supportive, more rhythm? Because the body responds to rhythm. It's been proven by science. Circadian rhythms, anyone? It's been known by Ayurveda for over 5,000 years. It's not about intensity or perfection or doing everything right. It's about living in rhythm with nature and understanding your patterns and adapting for the life that you want. When you start supporting your body as a whole, something really interesting begins to happen. You don't see one symptom shift. You start to notice digestion feels a little easier, a little lighter. Energy becomes more stable. Your body feels less reactive, not because you fixed everything separately, but because the system, the body feels more supported. How do we create more ease and a sense of support in the body? We learn to breathe. In one of my episodes, I talked about breathing and the different types of breath depending on how we feel. That would be a great episode to go back and listen to. because not all breath is the same. We can also get out in nature, experience the daylight, the chirping of the birds, the wind on the face, the heat of the sun on the skin. When we're out in nature, we take time away from phones, computers, social media, binging Netflix, and we rest in the space of silence for a few minutes. And it's in this space that we can hear more closely what the body is communicating. When we're eating, sometimes we're ignoring the body's cues that tell us when we're full or tell us when we're overeating. The general rule is eat until the first burp. And it's a very subtle sign, but you can't hear it when you're scrolling and reacting on your phone or when you're looking at videos. And that's why it's so important to step away from the screen when you're eating. You're telling the body that it's safe, and you're beginning to turn the nervous system from fight or flight into rest or digest. And once you make this small shift, you begin to divert more resources to digestion. You don't overeat, and this alone can make digestive symptoms a little bit easier. Your gut, your immune system, and your energy are not separate. Your body is not working against you. It's communicating across systems, trying to find balance, trying to find your body rhythm. And instead of asking, what do I need to fix? You might begin to ask, what does my body need more of right now? And often the answer is not more effort, it's more rest. It's more space. It's more safety and support. I have another episode, episode 9, Your Digestion Isn't Broken, It's Communicating. Listen to that now. It will help you understand this pattern and the small shifts to begin supporting your digestion and nervous system. That's it for this edition of The Body Rhythm. Thank you for joining me. Be well and nourished.